G'day, I'm Duncan, farming here in the Rangitikei district, central North Island, New Zealand. We're farming 2,500 ewes and between 70 and 100 cows. We have a little bit of a trading aspect to our business with holding on to our weaners and doing a little bit of trading with R2s and things like that. But yeah, mostly breeding and finishing. Trying to finish more of our lambs and trying to do a better job with our ewes and lambs to get better weaning weights basically, which I guess is typical for this area. We're running Angus cattle and Romney ewes, so it's quite traditional. Currently we've finally got some rain. We've had a very dry autumn and start to winter, but had 40 to 50 mils in the last couple of weeks, so finally wet underfoot, which is typical for this time of year, and there's plenty of grass around, which is nice. Ewes are looking really good. Our scanning was in our earlies was up 13%. Last year we had a really hard autumn and a very average scanning, so great to be back in a good position, and the markets are pretty amazing at the moment, the best that they've been since I've been home, although 2021 we had really good lamb prices, and we're kind of back to that kind of level again, and basically pushing to the, well, definitely record prices for lamb and beef, around about $11 a lamb, a bit over $11 I believe. Not that I've killed anything lately, so yeah, the newest bit of technology that we have is the Pari HD3. Pari helped me out with that bit of sponsorship through my channel Hill Country Farmer. So that is a pretty awesome bit of kit. I'm fourth generation family farm, and yeah, just farming away, trying to do the best that we can for our animals. So yeah.
G'day, my name's Lochie. I'm a third generation sheep farmer in Braidwood, New South Wales, Australia. Yeah, we've had a late autumn break here, which sort of meant we were probably going to be looking a bit short of feed come the end of winter, but warm weather's held on here the last couple of weeks and has still been growing up until last week. We've had a couple of good frosts. Soil temp was still up around that 12-13 degrees last week, and yeah, with these frosts that will start plummeting now. As you can see behind us, we've got a polled horse at stud here, and the ewes have just finished lambing here. We also run block and merino ewes that are going to start on the 6th of August, so we're about 5 weeks away from that. And as I said, yeah, we were sort of looking to be short of feed for them, but just with the warmer temps we've been having, we have still been growing grass. We're in a part of the world that we get very little growth over winter, and it being the middle of June, it's odd to see us growing sort of 20 kilos a day still. Here in Oz, we've been having very good sheep and lamb prices. Even the mutton job's still going up the past couple of weeks, and lamb's sort of holding around that 10 or 11 bucks a kilo, which is yeah, just awesome. Not holding our breath, they will come back eventually, but for the moment we'll take it while we can. But the forecast for the next sort of 12 months is looking good, and potentially onwards too. You know, not expecting to see the 12 or 13 bucks again, but if it come back to that sort of 9 or 10 bucks, that'd just be awesome. With the hot dry summer we had and the late autumn break, our feed budget was looking pretty tight, and so we have invested in some satellite imagery for measuring pasture and food on offer, which has been a really valuable tool the last couple of months, with it looking to be really tight. And also last year we invested in a feck pack, so fecal egg counts. Being able to do that here on the farm and not having to go anywhere has been really beneficial too, to get quick results, and has been a really useful tool in sort of worm management. Also, we've also bought a Pari Jetta as well, which we actually had to run a few sheep through it recently, because as I said, the warmer temps that we've been having, we've actually had a couple of fly-blown sheep in June here, which is just wild really. It's not typical at all, and the fact that we're getting fly strike now is, well, I've never seen it, but yeah.
Hello from a sort of sunny Scotland. We have been getting some record temperatures so far for June, which is very nice, but it's very warm. We're doing okay for rainfall at the moment. So we're based in the northeast of Scotland, and we had a very, very cold, wet winter. We had more snow than we've had for quite a few years in January time, and then that led into a very, very wet February. It has then turned cold again, sort of second half of April, May time, even into the start of June, to be honest. But we've had odd pockets of heat, and we've had plenty of rainfall, unlike last year where we had a lot of heat and not very much rainfall. So at the moment things are looking really good. Grass is doing fantastically well. We also have got all of our yows shorn, so that's been a huge relief. Yows are in really good nick, obviously, because the grass has been doing really well. Lambs are thriving really well also. So we're sort of just at the start of our season for selling. At the moment we would have over 300 lambs away so far, and that is selling them at that sort of 10 to 12 weeks of age. At the moment we're getting roughly £9 a kilo for our lambs, and I'm hoping to average them at about dead weight about 21 kilos on average. As I say, we're now in summer, everything is looking nice and green, the skies are blue, the sun is shining, things are positive, the doom and gloom of lambing and calving has passed. You sort of forget those really hard, stressful few months where the hard work is put in, but at the end of the day, that is what our harvest is. We need to put those hours in to make sure that we have got these guys to sell and pay the bills. So yeah, at the moment things are looking positive, prices are looking positive, but let's see what the next few months have in store for the northeast of Scotland.
My name is Mickel. I'm a rancher here in central Utah. We raise sheep and cows and do a little bit of farming, have a YouTube channel called On the Range. It keeps us busy, going all the time, sharing our adventures of all the crazy stuff we do on our commercial sheep and ranch operation. It has been one heck of a busy year. So much has changed from one year to the next. We are in a major drought here in central Utah. With all of the drought that we have had to move sheep a whole lot more. Everything's been running out of feed faster than usual. We've had to cut down on our numbers in certain places that we go. Everything that we do depends on Mother Nature and the moisture that we get up here in the high country and down in the valleys. Our irrigation and our fields and our alfalfa crop all depends on how much moisture we get right here up on the high country. And this last year we had very, very little snowpack, which means we have had extreme low amounts of water coming down into our fields. It's made it extremely hard to raise hay and to grow crops and have enough hay for our upcoming spring when we're lambing. So we've had to buy hay, we've had to make adjustments to our normal arrangements, do different things and do what we can to make it work even on a crazy year like this. The good part about all this, the lamb price is extremely high. If we could keep them alive and keep them growing clear until fall, we ought to have a pretty good year. The lamb prices are high, but one thing that we're nervous about around here is the price is extremely high, but if it's anything like several years ago when the price was really high, it was only high for 1 year. After that, the price dropped off. It was so high that it was unsustainable. The grower did really well. The packer spent a lot of money getting the lamb, and the public spent a lot of money buying the lamb because it was so expensive from the very beginning. Having a high year for lambs like this is great on one end, but our big worry is that it's going to tank and we're going to have low prices. So hopefully we can find a happy medium to where everybody's making enough money to do what they need to do, keep the bills paid and keep growing so that all of us can stay in this kind of lifestyle and stay doing the things that we love. We love our industry. We are so very grateful for all of the people that make it possible, all the way from the grower to the feeders to the packers, the guys that are with our sheep all the time, our Peruvian herders that are here away from their families, all of the people that make it work, the retired guys that come help on their days that they want to come hang out, come drive trucks, come push sheep up a chute. It takes a whole army of people to keep an operation like this alive and keep all of us going and get everything done that we need to. It takes a lot of equipment to keep everything going. This year we've had, for whatever reason, a whole lot of expensive repairs on semi-trucks and tractors, so hopefully we can keep on going, keep everything moving the way that it should. Now that we're up here in the high country, the lambs can pack on some pounds and grow. We're praying for moisture every day. Hopefully we can get a little bit of rain, and hopefully by this fall we'll be able to get some snow and have a good snowpack this winter, and moving into the next year, keep prices high and keep our sheep happy and keep the world going round. Glad to be part of this industry. Glad to be doing what we're doing. We wouldn't have it any other way. It's a heck of a lifestyle that we live, and we feel very blessed to be a part of it.